Hello, guys. So I'm live again. Probably you have seen the title of the stream. Let me check if everything is alright. And there is no delay. So I will wait for a while and let someone join. Then he or she can confirm me if the audio is perfect or not. I have to wait a while. In the meantime, I have to wear my gloves, artist wala gloves. And if you are following my streams daily, where you know what I'm gonna do today, of course, I will continue sculpting the character. But today we're going to sculpt not the character but an accessory. Like we will deal with the shoe today. Though I have already done the blocking, but we will refine it and add few extra details. I'm still waiting for someone to join. Ayush. Yo, Ayush, bro. How was your day? You are trying to become a night owl, and I am already a night owl. Welcome to the club. Hello, Suvan. Hi. Guys, can you hit the like button if you are watching this? Okay, thank you for the like, guys. Okay, I already have 5 viewers. Great. Okay, so let me switch my screen. Just a moment, I will bring the chat here as well. As you can see, it is visible. Guys, can you confirm if there are any delays in the video or if it is smooth? And please confirm if my audio is proper or not. And when you were learning anatomy, that sucks. Okay. By the way, can you please share any of your anatomy study? My audio is echoing. Okay. I'm not sure how to deal with that. Let me check. I'm so sorry. Let me see now. I think the echo should be fixed. Do you still hear any echo? Can you confirm अभी भी echo आ रहा है कि नहीं? Ayush, can you confirm this? If the audio is okay now, or can still hear some echo? Yeah, it is all working. Okay, great. Okay, so let me start with the shoe sculpting. And now that I am seeing this shirt after a while, I feel like I have way too much wrinkles over here. Maybe before the final topo, I will actually reduce a little of those things. But today we are going to work specifically for the shoe, and I will set up the background a bit. Let me alter this. Okay, maybe this something like तो हम लोगों ने बैकग्राउंड ऑल्टर कर लिया एंड लेट मी चेक शू स्कल्प्ट करने के लिए कौन सा मटेरियल सबसे परफेक्ट रहेगा फॉर द प्रीविंग पर्पस. आई थिंक दिस विल look great, and let me select the sub tool, which is our shoe here. So we are done, and we have symmetry on as well. By the way, when I could share my artwork, where I could share my artwork. Okay, you can share your Instagram link over here, the chat box. You can share your Instagram link. We can all see together. Okay, so first of all, let me start by collecting few reference, especially for the shoe. I don't use Instagram. Really? You don't use Instagram? $17 is enough for opening an Instagram account, I guess. Anyways, कोई बात नहीं. I will open my reference board once again and let me check. यहाँ पे कोई शू का रेफरेंस है. We have some references over here. And for this one we also have some references. Not bad. ये तो barefooted है. Let me check this one. I think, I don't know, maybe my parents will let me do it. Okay, कोई बात नहीं. For now you can focus on studying. We have a great reference over here as well, and still I think we can find some other references as well. So let me open up this. Yeah, so I'm putting my mood board. What is, so I'm putting my mood board in different screen, and now I will copy paste few references from ArtStation. This one is cool. This is the artist. I can't pronounce it. How do I pronounce it? Virtus, I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay, so let me copy them to my mood board. 1, 2, yeah, I am great, buddy. Thanks for asking. I think इतना enough होगा. We don't need anything more. ऐसे भी यहाँ पे जितना डिटेल्स है, we are not going to use all of that. ये बस basic guidelines है. Let me check this. One more thing, if you check properly, actually, let me open this tool as well. Okay, so let me check. Let me shut down everything else. And which part is this one? This is also, this supposed to be the lake part. Like it will after at the final rendering stage यहाँ पे बस सॉक्स का टेक्सचर रहने वाला है, बट अभी इसका ज़रूरत नहीं है. तो लेट मी हाइड दैट एज वेल. तो अभी हम अपने पास ये है शू का जो बेसिक ब्लॉकिंग है. ओनली दिस मच इज अवेलेबल टू अस फॉर नाउ. एंड लेट मी आल्सो हाइड ऑल दोस एक्स्ट्रा बिट्स. एंड एज यू कैन सी हम लोगों ने इसको कवर कर रखा है. लेट मी चेक वंस. Now if I unhide them, you can see कि अपना जो शू का ऊपर वाला पार्ट है that will be mostly covered with our pants, and मतलब पैंट से कवर रहने वाला है. एंड ऑल्सो जो लेग पार्ट we have this for the socks, but technically we don't need that won't be visible in the final render. But maybe if I decide to animate the pant and somehow I end up animating it and pulling it upward, then maybe I should keep some space, and for that reason I will keep this mesh. But I will of course make sure that we don't have any like this part should be fully covered, as it's for a real-time game ready mesh. We don't really need the inside portion of the shoe. And after all the baking and retopo, like after I'm done with the baking, then after that I will actually delete this mesh from the low poly version as well. So now let me check. Of course, while blocking I actually did not I kind of roughly did this, so it is not straight. First of all, I will take my move brush to straighten this thing. Shubham. Oh, Shubham. Is that you, Shubham? Okay, let me pull this down and have a. Okay, so I have to select this one. दोनों अलग सब tool है. So let me straighten this a bit. I will put my reference board over here and let me start working. I can keep my symmetry on for now. There's no need for me to actually hide it. And let me turn on the floor as well. Okay. It is quite like visible that I need to bring this part down. Let's get the work going. I'm selecting this subtool. Let me select this. I think we have to go to the right subtool. I'm taking my move brush and right now I will only focus on this part. like I will focus on only one view. Wait, I'm coming. Yeah, I basically we have to make sure that the lower part of the the surface which is supposed to touch the floor is absolutely straight and is touching the floor properly. So we can also check it from angles as well. I think it is matching. Now let me do the same for this side as well. Okay, this. Now I have a issue. Okay, so let me hide the floor for now. And now the issue is I have to work on this side, but the problem which I am facing is this space is technically blocking the view. So what can be done? We can technically delete one part for now, then we will mirror one side into onto another side. Then we don't have to focus on, like, then we don't have to worry that this part is blocking this view. Let me do that. I will simply first I will check if I have any subdivision. No, I don't have any subdivision. That's great. Now let me solo this out. I will deselect that and I will delete the hidden part. Now if you notice, technically we can also do the same for this part as well. I can technically delete the top portion. Now we are left with only this one. Then we will work on this after we are done with everything. Then we'll simply the mirror button and it will be sorted. Now let me get my floor once again. Let me select this subtool and now I will again start matching the level. It should technically be leveled, and I think this much is enough. For now I am only focusing on the side, but eventually we also have to fix this entire surface which is now visible. We have to add volume and make it level. But for now let us only focus on the side. I will bring this part down. I think it should have a little bit of angle to it, so let me try my move elastic brush. I will do the same for the other side as well. Take my move elastic brush and just make sure it is touching the floor. Then I will again switch back to my move brush and we can continue forward. And one more thing, we really don't have to worry that much if this line is absolutely touching it or if it is exceeding a little. We don't have to worry about that at present. We can be rough on our edges. After we are done with everything, after we put those fillers in the middle portion, then we will use the knife tool to flatten the excess or cut away the excess bit. Now let me continue with this. And now for this part, I really don't want that part to touch the ground. So like if you follow any reference, then you can see ये वाला जो पार्ट है हमेशा थोड़ा सा ऊपर उठा रहता है. We will also follow that exact pattern. Let me check out. So we will follow this kind of pattern. ये part, the front portion should not touch the ground. There should be this much of minimum distance. So I will technically not, I'll gradually make this slope a bit in a curvy way, just like this. It should gradually move upward, just like this. Now I'll smooth out to get a bit smoother result in this region, and I think we are okay for the side part. I'm not really worried about the front portion. Technically, I even would like to take out some bit from here just to get this exact line. And here we go. Now I'll continue the same for this part. I'll take my move brush and continue. I have to pull them down a little bit extra. And for this part, I will go heavy handed. Maybe a little rough on this part. I can always refine it after finishing the entire blocking. Right now, I'm in a blocking phase. And here I really want this to be this kind of a slope, which is spot on. I'm really happy with what I have over here. Now I think from the front view I will fix this part a little. Let me put this up. Let me do this. Okay, so अभी देखें तो we really have a base, have a solid base for this. So now I will actually smooth out that shoe. I think that part needs to be like this. I'm smoothing out this part. ऐसे भी it is not really necessary. अभी इसको smooth करने का कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. I can actually, I think right now I should focus on this part. I have to make it flat. So I will create a clay builder brush and start adding those extra volume to it. At the very end I can also, after smoothing, of course, after smoothing I can use my trim brush and it will give me a flat result. As you can see, I think polish is a better option here, is H polish. But the flattening part will do at the very end. Right now let me fill it up and create the volume first. I'll smooth it from time to time, and for areas like this I can use my pinch brush, and at the very end we'll of course use the dynamesh. Then we will basically recreate the entire mesh, and there like that we can get rid of any vertices which are colliding or collapsing onto itself. Let me take my pinch brush and make this line straight. We have it. Now I will take my let me check it from side. Yeah, I have, this much was not really required, but okay, we'll keep moving forward. You can see I'm really not worried about the extra bit which I'm adding. I will take care of that in a moment. Have to add fillers in this region as well. Right now I'm going very roughly just to get the height. Then gradually we have to polish everything for the final outcome as well. How is it coming? Let me see. Yeah, to add a little bit of volume here as well. And I think we are going in the right direction. Okay, great. Now if I turn on the floor, we can see that it is not level, and the floor actually came down as for right now this is the lowest point, so the floor always forms at the lowest point of it. So right now it is over there, but when I will perform the action which I'm talking about, like I will take my knife curve and I will basically slice a heavy chunk out of it, just like this. Oh shit, Zbrush crash. We have lost all the progress. It's okay, we'll do it. फिर से करना पड़ेगा. ZBrush क्रैश हो गया है. Let me open the ZBrush once more. It's taking some time to load. Just a moment. Okay, let me that. We have a ZBrush once more, and I don't think we have any. Okay, do we have any pixels? Let me check this file. If we are lucky, then maybe our file is safe, but most probably that is not the case. Yes, that is not the case, so we have to do it again. Never mind, we'll do it. This is the reason why we need to keep saving our files. Okay, have to again come back to this. Let me check. Delete portion as I had done previously. Now this will be removed. Now we only are left with one shoe. Will work on one shoe for now. Now let me select this as well. Let me delete one side of it. Okay, we are in symmetry. Now we are left with only this one. And again let us also switch the material. And what can I say? me isolate this. And right now let me do it in a bit faster way. And maybe last time we made this part way too tall, so now I'm gonna, instead of increasing the height to make it flat, I'm gonna decrease it. We have a flat sole, but we have to work on the front portion. We have to bring this part up, but before doing that I am going to dynamish it. We have already dynamish option enabled, and let me also choose the color, and let's fill the object. I will take my move brush and let us push it up to get the feeling of, like, similar to our reference. You look at any formal shoe, there is always a gap between the floor or the ground and the front portion of the shoe. We are creating the exact same thing over here. We have what we need. Now we only have to smooth out this region. And I think it is done. Now for making all the edges a bit smooth, if I try to do that manually with the help of this smooth brush, it may ruin that thing. It will actually not be perfectly straight, and for that reason I'm going to use this option, that is our deformation, and here I will take the smooth and start applying it. You can apply it multiple times, and if you notice, we actually have a little smooth edge over there, and again I have to dynamish it. Then again I will try to smooth out the edges. I think it is not affecting any further. There's a limit to it, like इतना करने के बाद वो नहीं होता है. Then you have to try some manual thing, and of course we have to again start polishing this. Now let me check. Yeah, it is. I think we are happy with it, and I still need to make this part a little bit more smooth. I'm gonna use my smooth brush for this, and I'm keeping my strokes very light. I don't want to destroy the sharpness. I want that sharpness, but also making a bevel kind of effect. It should be smooth and not that much pointy. And for this reason I think I can try the inflate brush. It will level up the whole thing. You see, oh shit, my Sculptus Pro was enabled. That might have caused some issue. Yes, I have taken dynamic shit. Yep. Now I think it's fine. Yes. Now we have that part exactly the way we wanted it to be. And now I will take my trim brush and try to maintain a flat edge in this region. By the way, we have two viewers right now. Okay, every time I say that we have two viewers, I suddenly get one extra view all of a sudden. It's strange, I've noticed it for quite a while. Like every day when I say that we only have two viewers now, suddenly the viewers jumps up to three. I'm not sure exactly if anyone is intentionally watching from one account. Then when I say this thing, he just start watching from another device. Instead of smoothing, I think I will continue using my trim dynamic brush. We will get a feel of it. And now we have a little bit of smoothness, or we have leveled the bottom portion of the shoe. Now let me switch to some another part. It is not advisable to stick to one part for a really long time, so I'll keep switching. I will turn off the pant for now, I don't really need that. And for this part, let me hide that one as well. Let me only open this part. And if we open our reference, we can actually notice how the back portion should be. There should be a what do you call this, a convex kind of a effect, convex lens kind of effect, but right now we have a concave lens kind of effect. So instead of this, like this middle portion going outward, we have that this middle portion is going inward. We need to fix that. Let's get our move brush and let us just do exactly that. And we are really not worried about the inside portion, that will be taken care of afterward. And for this top portion, usually, well, that in our case, that portion won't be visible when you turn enable the pant. You can see that portion won't be visible, but will not take any chances and try to actually make a roundish outline for this. Like right now you can see the outline is bending inwards. That is not what you want. We can also do one thing. Instead of pushing this outside, we can push this part inside. I think we should go with that. Both of them will give the same, both of the process will give the same result. I just need a smooth curve like feel in this region. But if I push this one outside to make it uh, round, then it will actually increase the width of the shoe. That is not something which I want. And we can obviously make the curve smooth as well as maintain the width just by pulling those extra parts inside instead of pushing them outside. And we already have it. Okay, see, we already have a bit smooth opening for this. And now if I isolate this page, now अभी के लिए let us keep that pant portion hidden. And if we see, Let me check other references as well. Okay, right now what we have is ये वाला जो portion है, the upper portion, the body part is actually overlapping or coming outside, and the sole portion is technically both are in a straight line. We should, if you see in this reference, the upper portion is a bit narrower compared to the sole, so we have to technically push the upper part inside like this, but that will take us a little longer to achieve the desired result. We can actually use the scale tool to overall make the scale smaller in x direction, and like that we can achieve such result in a faster way. See, we have it, but then this portion is not matching, so we can rotate maybe. Yeah, rotation sometimes help. Okay, let us check. Yes, we have the desired effect, but we have some issues in this region, and for that purpose I think we have to tackle this portion manually. Bring this a bit outside, and also select the sub tool and take my trim brush and start trimming it. Yes, I'm using the trim dynamic brush and just polishing, technically making the lower portion flat. And we have to again take our move brush and pull this part outside. The radius is way too big for this. So let me grab that upper sub tool, this one, and we will put it in. Now we have an issue. I have this sub tool selected. I have this sub tool selected. Let me select that, and if I open the transparency, you can see we have a lot of extra bits which we don't really need. So let me take the knife brush once again and try to cut the excess out of it. Yes. Nope. Let me try this way. Now let us enable the transparency, and let me see, yes, we have a polished edge right now. Now before cutting any further, let me select this one, and now we will start chopping the upper portion. And for that purpose I think, okay, something went wrong. Do we have any subdivision? Let me check. No, we don't have, so technically it should chop. One more thing, let me save it. We'll make a new version. This is already our second attempt. First file we have lost. Yo, welcome back, Ayush. Wait, I think I have to get out of this mode. Why it is not working? I'm not sure exactly why it is happening like that. It should technically work. But right now our brush is not working. Sorry, our knife brush is not working. We just now sliced previous uh, portion. The sole portion was okay when we sliced that. We could slice that smoothly, but right now we are using the same tool, but we chop that part easily with this tool, knife tool. But right now when I'm trying the exact same thing but with the another mesh, it is giving me this kind of error. Okay, now it's working. Right, whenever I complain, things just get fixed. It is actually a bit tricky. To be honest, I'm a little scared right now. A bit tricky portion I'm dealing with. I matched that region first, and I'm taking it bit by bit, one step at a time. Not happening. Anyways, let me try this way. Yep, we are good. We are good. We are good. Let me continue chopping this part. And make it a bit more smooth. What is the deal with it? Sometimes it is working, sometimes it is giving such annoying errors. Anyways, yaar, what to do with this thing? Just want to. Sorry about. I was going in that direction. Oh, again we have a crash. This is a second crash today. But luckily we have a backup file. Let me bring that window in here. And let us see how much progress we have lost. Why is Zbrush crashing on me so many times today? I am not sure. We have to again do this. Okay. Yeah, I was doing it in a wrong way. That was my mistake. I was trying to follow uh, I was actually trying to follow this outline. This I was trying to observe it, but technically if I put this in this highlight mode, then I have to only follow this white line, which is much easier. Okay, and I have done a mistake. And actually, you should see in which direction those black lines are pointing. It will chop it in that direction. So I'm going like this. It is chopping the down portion. But if I do it in reverse, then see the black hairs are facing in the upper direction. So now if I do it, it will chop out that. It will cut out the remaining portion, which is not exactly what we want. So we have to maintain our direction. And I think we are in a good spot. Okay, great. Let me again. No, just a little bit extra. Let me chop out. Yeah, I think I chopped enough. Again, not exactly what I want. And this time, before we lose our file and ZBrush just crash in front of our eyes, we have to save it. And we have the file saved. And now if I try to chop the remaining bit, again we are facing some. Okay, done. Before we lose anything, let me quickly save the file as a backup. And we are safe now. Now if I isolate this, you can see it is just above where this sole portion is ending. Now we really don't have to worry about any overlaps. And now I quickly do a bit of dynamic. Yes, and the dynamic is successful. Fine. Now I think I will smooth out our this. It is not technically necessary. I can leave those lines. No one can see underneath our sole. Like the sole will be covering that portion completely, but still, it will not take that long to fix it. So why not fix it quickly? And you can see ये जो while I'm smoothing, the brush is actually blending the colors as well. I can turn that off. If I turn this RGB toggle off, then it will not smooth out those colors or not blend those colors, but I really want them to be blended, so I'll keep that on. We have a smooth upper body. Also, there are a few pinches here and there. Let me fix them quickly. This done. Let me fix this as well. Done. Let me do a dynamic once again. And yes, we also have to fix. No, this is like okay. And I think I should pull this portion upside a bit, but then we have to again adjust the sole. Okay, let us not focus on that region. I think you can get away with this much. So I will make my brush bigger, and by using the move brush I will slightly pull them downwards, and then again I have to push it forward. What do we have here? Okay, I think I have lost the smooth straight line. Let us take the pinch brush and make it straight again. Yes, we have the straight line back. This thing happened when we were actually smoothing out the entire thing, and that's okay. It's not a big deal. And if you observe actual real shoe, there are the slight imperfections in the real shoes as well. So it is fine, but I think I should push that part inside a little, and that is okay. We have something here to work with. Now let me take I'll select this subtool, and for this subtool I really don't want that extra white part. It's annoying, and I don't know, it's a visual distraction. So let me pick up this color and go to, we are on the same subtool, right? This is an issue. I think I selected the subtool. Yes, let me pick up the color. We have already picked that up. Now just fill the object, and now we don't have that weird line. Okay, now I will use my H polish brush and give a heart feeling to it. You can see that. Going in the right direction. We have what you need. This whole is the sole should not be roundish. It should have that solid straight feeling. We're exactly doing that thing with the help of H polish brush. Now I think for now this much is enough. We'll again fix it, but right now I'll focus on adding some extra elements to the body of the shoe. But we have a solid base to work on right now. We don't have to really worry. I'll just let me keep that for now. I can always add some little bit of more volume on the body, or I can simply select this subtool and pull this outward. It will be a piece of cake to fix that region, but for now let us keep that. Now I will polish the body. And we are actually making this shoe for a character. That is the only reason I am not focusing on the inner side, or I am keeping this entire body part as a whole mesh. Technically, shoes are made up of multiple portions, and those are stitched together to form the shoe shape. But that kind of modeling is necessary if you are going for actual realism, or you are making any commercial for any product visualization shot or actual model, then those are necessary. But for now we really don't have to worry about it. And I can see some imperfections over there, and actually that is a good sign. A shoe will have imperfections, as those are made by hand. These leather boots are handmade, not free mass produced. Imperfections will make it look more realistic. Maybe a little bit inside. Solid base. Okay, mentioned that I will fix this part later, but then again started fixing it. Okay, as I have already started it, let me just get it done. See how long it took. Only a couple of minutes, like couple of seconds technically. Now let me add this. You can see we usually have this extra panel on our shoes, and we'll get that same panel in every shoe. We have that in this reference as well, and then we also have that in this reference as well. Now let us actually do that thing. I will take this one as a guide, visual guide, and I will start making it. And actually this is the perfect reference for us. Our pant is kind of similar to this reference. If I just unhide this pant, you can observe it very clearly that our shoe is only this much visible, which is same like here. That means we can actually follow this reference more closely than the others. Like, we don't have to model it this much, though this is a cool model. We can definitely recreate that, but for now we are going to make something like this. And for making this, first of all, I can notice we have a bulge over here. That is really not the case for this shoe. So let me put it inside, or I can also use my H polish brush to take those volumes out of there, and we'll we left with a flat output. You can see how flat this is, and we can also use our dynamics from time to time. We have the dynamics option enabled, you can notice it. And so now, okay, so for these kind of thing, what I will do is, let me first keep a backup of the work which we have already done so far. Now I have to isolate this, and I will start drawing mask in this shape. For that I have to reduce the brush size a bit, and then let us continue drawing the mask. And of course we cannot use symmetry over here as we are way off center. Usually this is not symmetrical, shoes are not symmetrical, they are completely asymmetrical. We have to draw them separately. For this part, for making this panel, we have to make this mask, we have to paint this mask, then for the side we have to again paint the mask again. But for the other shoe, we can simply mirror the entire model to that side. That won't be a hassle. Let us continue. I'm holding the control key to the mask, and I am really not worried about if it exactly match the reference, as this is, we are only following that reference to get the idea how the pattern should be or where the pattern should be. But for a stylized model, as this one is a stylized model, following the reference that close is really not necessary. Yeah, if I hide the pen, we can see we are going exactly where we're supposed to go. Now, before I continue going backward, I will also paint the front portion for this side. Then I have to check the reference from some other angle before continuing backwards. And I think we should shift it a bit. The empty portion should be in the middle, and to accommodate this shift we have to close the gap, make it a bit tight. Yep, sure. Go for it, Ayush. Okay, I think I have heard this joke before. I can't recall hape, but I have heard this joke. Maybe Ravi Gupta का podcast में the podcast नहीं, show which Ravi Gupta does kind of interview kind of setup. Maybe he was saying this exact joke. Whether it's funny. Okay, now I have to observe some reference from the back as well, but यहाँ पे it's way too dark. I cannot really see anything. So maybe I have a reference over here. Yes, I can copy this. So technically, this is starting from here, and it is okay. It should continue the whole back portion. It will not end. It will continue. Then we can also add this extra bit. Cool. And it should touch the bottom. Maybe, but there is a gap in this reference. But I think for our reference, for our model, just fill in that gap. I really don't want that gap. And when we are getting close to the edges, I will turn on the back face masking. It can help a little, though we have to be careful, but it usually helps us not to cross the border. I look tired. Yes, I am a bit tired. I'm actually a bit sick today. I was animating the whole day. Then there was an issue with my mic. I had to fix that. Then I was learning blender rigging. Then after completing all the things, I finally started my streaming. Then again after the stream ends, I probably have to edit a video. One of my friend is getting married, and I have to make a digital invitation card for him. And I think I'm done with the masking. Abhi the masking is done, and I have to I will basically extract a mesh from this region. जहाँ जहाँ पे mask है, I will extract the mesh from that, then we get that extra bit. But yes, this look cool. Let me take away the mask like this. Look, yep. And have to do the same for this side as well. And though I don't have to make it exact, a handmade product cannot be exact on both the sides. Now I can do something like I can make this gap a little wide. Those are our creative decisions we can take freely, but a reference needs to be there to guide us in which direction you are going. You have to be sure about that. And reference are basically anchor point. We have to anchor that, like, okay, a person like me who want to become an artist and animator, he will be fed up of word butting. You won't be fed up if you love doing this. By the Ayush, you are in school, right? So let me just tell you how was my schooling experience. My school में when I was in class 10, I failed in the selection test before the boards exam. मैं उसमें fail किया था class 10 में selection test में. So my school prevented me from appearing for the board exam. Then I had to like repeat the 10th class. Then again I failed in class 11, and all those things was because I was busy studying this thing like Photoshop. I was busy studying Photoshop. I was busy practicing Photoshop. I was busy practicing cinematography. I was never at home. I was always with. I took my camera and I would roam the entire Kolkata just to capture street photography. And in doing all those things, I failed. I used to hate studying the regular school books, and I used to enjoy studying about photography. I had a lot of books regarding photography. I read all those things. Okay, so we have something over here. Now I can do. I think yeah, that would be done. I will go to my extract and I will select the thickness and I will extract it. And of course, I have to change some settings over here. I can extract it, but I have to undo the double-sided thing and extract it. Increase the thickness by a little, and I can put it too much. So let me manually put it. 0.004 is too much, so let me put 0.002 and extract. I think 0.002 also too much. Now let me try 0.001. Now let me extract again. 0.001 is perfect. Now I will hit accept. Now once I accept it, now it is confirmed. Now we have this as a separate mesh, but yeah, I think it is perfect. Now let me get out of my solo mode and check this one out properly. First of all, I will fill this thing with this color, and fill this. Now the next thing which I will take care of, I want to add stitches like this, but I think we have a brush in Zbrush which will let us do exactly that thing. Let me search it. Let me search open my brush panel, and let me search stitch. There should be a stitch brush. Yes, here we have a stitch basic. We can use that brush to make those lines. Let me check it if it is, yes, it is perfect. But as you can see, we don't have enough resolution for this mesh at the moment, and to fix that thing, let me subdivide it quite a bit. We push that to 2.3 million polygons. Now if I draw, now you can see we have those stitches, and if we don't want those stitches to be white like this, we can actually I think if we turn off this, then we'll get rid of that. So that is there, and now if I see, we have this. I want those stitches to be a little thick. I'll increase the brush size, and this is more like a cowboy style boot, and I think I have made those stitches a little too big for my taste. Let me just, I can also increase the intensity a bit. Yeah, I think this is perfect for now. And we have it. We have the stitches. This is also part of this exact same mesh, as you can see. So let me do it on the other side as well. I can solo this out now. Let me not go in that direction. I can do it very easily. Well, so nice talking with you. Okay, bro. So you're gonna sleep, probably. Good night, brother. I think I need to decrease the intensity a little. 27 is fine. And if I just play it, yeah, this is, the intensity is perfect. Let me, yes, we have something here. Go in solo mode for now and continue with my speeches. Perfect. We have that for now. Let me see. It's perfect. Now we also need holes in those areas. That is okay. But before we do that, I have to select this mesh. Now I will not speak now because tomorrow is sports day and I will ignore that and join. Okay, sports day. Wait. Now I will push this part inside a little. That will open up a gap for me, as I need to pass those strings from here. Strings, no, you don't call them strings, you actually call them laces, I guess. Yes, I have to pass those laces from here. So yes, and now if you see, actually we have a problem. We had that mask previously that gave us this ugly edge. That is okay, we can always smooth out and get a smooth output for our surface. Zbrush, if you learn the technical of it a little, then after that it simply becomes like a clay. You just have to learn the tools and to know how you are what are the tools you have in hand to manipulate or sculpt this clay. That's it. Rest everything is similar, like how you would sculpt a normal character, a normal sculpture with traditional medium like clay or stone. The basic remains the same, but for ZBrush you can always recreate, repurpose the model for several reasons. Like you can put that model for gaming, you can use it in animation, you can use that for 3D printing, and if you find that something is not right, you can always change it at any given moment. Those flexibilities are available in a digital software, but you won't get them if you sculpt in your traditional medium. We have our stitches, but right now those stitches look little flat and fake. We have to change that, and our damn standard brush gonna help us achieve that exact same thing. I will make some. Okay, I am in a wrong subtool. If I switch, okay, so I have to select this subtool now before I can proceed. Now if I just start, you can see, I think if I just draw a line like this, it will also affect the overall feel. It will observe the reference a little. Okay, so there the gapping is little, and for us the gapping is way too wide, and we also have, okay, it's okay, let me just continue with this. You can use maybe the move brush and put a little indent on those places where the stitch is penetrating the surface, and that should give me a proper result. See, now it feels like we have pressure points on those areas. I used my move brush to create those. I mean, I try Blender, but it takes too much time, but I can't keep up with school. Yeah, basically, Donut tutorial was my first 3D tutorial, as well as Donut Guru makes donut tutorial for every Blender version. Back then, when I first made a donut, I was in school and my PC was not that powerful, so I could not follow his tutorial. Like, I made the model, but when I tried to rendering it, I saw black screen for like several hours. My PC was unable to render it, so I was unable to see anything in the render viewport, or rendering was not coming out. And I thought maybe render is crashing my system or something went wrong, and that is the reason I just turned off my PC. I had no clue that Blender takes a lot of computing power, or rendering is very computational expensive thing. It will take a lot of time. I had no clue about that, so I don't have that that donut model with me anymore. My first donut model which I had made in back in my school days. At that time Blender was quite different. Like right now you can select a model with the left click and that, but previously it was something like, I don't exactly remember, as I'm used to the present workflow. Maybe previously you had to select the models or objects in a blender if you put it right click. So I learned it back in that time. Mother, what is your system configuration? Are you able to render your scenes? You should focus on if you are focusing on 2D, try focusing on specifically on UI UX design. You will not regret that. There are a lot of opportunities for UI UX. And once you learn UI UX, then you can easily do the other things in graphics design as well. You have a very strong foundation. Or draw some anime text in front of teachers. Yeah, I also do that. I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan since my school days. So my school copies were filled with Dragon Ball Z drawings. By the season two for this thing, Dragon Ball Super is coming, right? Yeah, I'm not sure. Do you know about this? We have made a significant amount of progress in that. Now let me switch my brush to this crack brush, enable my lazy mouse, and then I will continue to add some extra depth to it so that it pops out. Honestly, I'm a GoPro in art stuff. That is my dream as well, but you are never pro enough. I do this thing called like professional work, but I still feel like I have to learn a lot more. You never outgrow that phase. Like you always have the feeling that you have to learn something more. The more you learn, the more you realize that how less of knowledge you have and how much more you have to learn. So that cycle continues. Okay, so I have added that. Now I have a feeling that I want to add that those stitches and another time. Like I want to let me take the stitch. And do I have that option? I am putting that on a separate screen right now, and I come to my stroke brush. I just want that the next stitches to be a bit different, so I'm checking out if I can do anything from the modifier. I think the thing is that I want to basically reduce this gapping. Right now we have this much of gapping. I want to reduce that, but I'm not sure how can I do that. That I need to figure out. Yeah, I also don't know so many things. Yet I'm live streaming. I have to figure out that. There should be an option to increase or decrease that gap. Anyone have any idea how can I do that? Brush. This is smoothness. This is the trend. Smooth. Brush pressure. Intensity. I don't think that will work. Let me do that one. Let me just increase and let's see what happens. Yep. It will drain everything. Let me do. No, it's still the same gapping. Let me put it to 5. Yeah, yep, I was right. We have to work on this. See, I just found it out. If I put this in 1, okay, no, it is still the same gapping. Now if I put this to 5, 4 for example, no, the gapping remains the same. I have to figure that one out. How can I do that? Okay, so it's awkward for me. I'm stuck. I'm really stuck in this part. There should be option for. There should be option for reducing the spacing of it. No matter how silly of me, I can't really remember it. And that happened on a live stream. Great. I'm impressed. How can I do that? The tilt brush. This is not the option. Let me curve on print. I think we have to do it and this isn't not okay. I remember. Maybe I have some lazy step. If I decrease the lazy step, then let me see. We have this option now. If I increase the lazy step, let me check. Yeah, the tapping is reducing, but no, it is not the effect we want. No, it is not that thing which we are looking for right now. कोई बात नहीं. Let me just smooth out this part. And यहाँ पे जो lines वगैरह रह रहा है, I am really not that much worried about it. We will actually have those imperfections. It's a leather shoe. Imperfections होना तो बनता है. But I am a bit embarrassed about that thing. Stroke texture tools. No, tools. That are those subtools. Do the stroke code. Let me check this. Let me change the stroke count and see if I get something out of it. So right now the stroke count is there. Okay, let me just draw it. same. To decrease it, it's still the same. So no point in that. That is not the property that we are looking for. Let me see again, it is the same, so that's not the option. Okay, let me just smooth that part. I'm embarrassing myself in front of the people. That is great. Thank God I will get much views. That would be really more embarrassing. Maybe I will do the exact same thing which I always go for when I'm stuck. Some other fellow YouTuber is gonna help me. But before doing that, let me just Google it. Let me check that brush name at first. Stitch Basic. Yep, I am also doing the exact same thing. To set up basic stitch brush in Zbrush, create instant. Oh, they are talking about the instant mesh option. I can go for that, but then that will increase. That will create a separate mesh for me. I really don't want that. I can show that is not that difficult, but basically how we did the hair thing, it is the same thing, but instead of closing in the gap, I have to let me show it like that simple, that primitive. For example, I'm doing it, it's not the final thing or anything. I select this capsule, we have this thing enabled. I will come to my curve mode, I will enable the curve, then if I draw it, oh, this thing has multiple subdivisions, so it cannot be done on this one, but I can always show you on this thing. This, I think I not got any subdivisions. Wait, you are from Kolkata too? Yes, I am from Kolkata, buddy. So this is the same thing, see, and in this case I think if I reduce this, okay, this thing I am, okay, in here also I actually have to maintain that gapping, and I can't recall, like I'm completely blank on that thing. I really can't recall how to increase that gapping. Well, this is a common thing, we forget things from time to time, but right now my concern is in this kind of situation I usually go on YouTube and see any video just to refresh my knowledge or anything, but right now I really can't do that. If I open a YouTube video, I will get copyright strike and my stream will be ruined. Okay, bye, thanks for the fun and sorry for trouble. Bye, good night, and take a break, sir. Bye, Ayush, you were not a trouble for me. You are the only guy who responds to my live stream, so thank you, and yeah bro, bye. I will take some rest right now. Let me figure out this setting. I am embarrassing myself in front of everyone, like online. I forgot that setting. I came online to do my thing, and then I just completely forgot how to do that. It is embarrassing for me now. Hey, it has something to do with the curve step. Yes, it was the curve step. Oh, thank God I found it. See, right now this is the distance. Now if I choose to increase it, see now the distance is increasing as I now if I increase it way too much, then see it is really far apart. So I can do this thing, and right now I'm using this capsule for my uh, mesh, but I can actually alter. I can create my own custom mesh for that, and that will not that will not be in this shape. I can create custom mesh in this kind of elongated shape, and then that will be fixed. But right now the thing which I have to fix is the depth. I have to decrease the depth, basically not increase, decrease. Then if I draw it, it will basically form shapes like this. So it's not bad, but the distance which you have over here is way too much. Let me close that a bit, and yeah, not bad. And this is the basically the insert mesh brush method. This is also like this will create a much more realistic output, but the problem is it will create a separate mesh. I wanted that to be same part of this mesh. That's the reason I went for basic stitch brush, but maybe the we don't get that curve step option in that brush, so we have to continue with insert mesh. But I'm really not that much worried about it, as we actually can. Let me undo this. I will again make it. Okay, so let me hide it first. Yeah, that was necessary. Now let me continue the stitch, and I have the second line of stitch over here, but something just went inside. Let me pull that out. Yes, so we have it. And now if I click on the outside and make split this mesh according to the group split, then I definitely have those meshes separately. And now I can, as I'm using a default mesh, I did not use it with any custom mesh, so now I have to elongate these things manually, though I can leave them as well. But it's okay, it's not that much of a work. I can elongate them, and it will actually turn out to be more organic as I'm doing it by hand. So that this is more organic to it. It will be not be perfect, and it won't be uniform for every shape. It will have non-uniformness, which is really great for seeing. We have that separate mesh, but now the problem is it's separate mesh. We can keep it like this. We can keep this separate mesh. There is no such issue. But as this character is going to be a real-time ready character, I really don't want that extra mesh to be there. I will join this with this part, and eventually this will be a total this will be a part of the high poly, and the textures the stitches will be shown through textures in the render. Anyway, today I don't have a companion with me. I don't have Sumit, I don't have Mahadev. I'm feeling quite left out. Usually it is very tough to do this thing alone. Like if there is a second person to give feedback and his opinion, then it gets interesting or easier, whatever you want to say that. Now let me see, I have to push them inside. I should not go outside like that. Should come inside. Go inside, buddy. Yes. See, we have those stitches perfectly placed. But now I have to keep in mind that I have to do the exact same thing for this side as well, and all those counts and all should be perfect. Like for these small stitches, the gapping which I have in this side should match with this side. It should not be like more or less. So it can be like, don't have to be exactly same, but of course uh, it should be close to the it should be close like how it is in this side. What about it's okay. Now I have something to something is forming out well. I'll make it narrower. Okay, great, we have it. This turned out to be cool. I'm really enjoying it, but now I have to find its subtool and check out like this should be somewhere like this. Now I just feel the object. Now let me smooth out. I will press the control D to get increase the subdivision. Now if I smooth it, you can see now it will shrink down even further, and it will create the feeling of stitches even better. We have it. Now I think I am liking this more instead of this one. What should we do? Okay, let it be for now. Let me continue in this side. I will get back to it after a while. Okay. Now I have to match it. This side. How is it? Okay. Which part I'm selecting? Let me check. Okay, there are subdivisions. I have this subtool. And great. Now let me check this. Okay, I have to reduce the size by a lot. Okay, let me observe the gapping first. Okay, the gapping is perfect. As I never changed that gapping is same. I just have to work on the size. Okay, the size previously it was perfect. I think this is a size we should go for, or I can increase it one step further. Yes, I think this is okay. Or maybe now let me just decrease it. That okay. Now if I draw it, let me see how that turns out to be. And nope, let me decrease it even further. Yeah, let me continue with this. I will continue drawing this shape. Continue. continue. Okay, we have something. Let me pull this out. Okay, let it be there. Maybe थोड़ा सा बाहर निकाल देता हूँ. What do I think about it right now? Is it matching? No, it is not. It should be more like this, and this portion should come outside. And I think now it is okay. Now let me click outside and again make this a separate mesh altogether. If I solo this out, you see this is a part of that mesh, but I don't want it to be there. I need to group split this. Done. I'll come out of the solo mode. Now if I select this, we have that as a separate mesh. Now again we have to perform those exact same things which I did in this side, basically to elongate them one by one, and also we can move it if we want to, like, but overall I'm liking this shape, not bad at all. And if you feel like for the top part I'm cool with how organic it is, but for the whole, for this exact lower part, it is usually not this. The edges are usually more sharper and more flat, kind of. It has a hard surface kind of feel to it. It should have a hard surface kind of feel to it, but right now we don't see that feeling. But we don't have to worry about that in this stage. We are going to do the retopology afterwards. So when we do the retopology, we will make sure that we put edge loops in such a way that it creates that hard edge look. But for now it is more like a placeholder and not the final output, so it is okay. Right now we only have to focus on this body part. See how in a reference image how it is, like how uneven and scales are there. So this boat is way too much damaged. We will not make our boat that damaged, but those elements needs to be there that we have to follow. Now let me continue my work on this part, and first of all I will save it. And do we have any new chats? No, we don't have. Great, we don't have any chat. I'm putting my reference in a different screen for now. And okay, we have saved it already. Let me check. Sometimes my friends see my stream and text me on WhatsApp. I have to keep checking if anyone is texting. Okay, let me take my move brush. Okay, I can also work with move topology. Yeah, move topology is actually a better option in this situation, as if you see, these are separate meshes, right? So if I am on move topology brush now, if I can do this thing, I just hope this thing don't backfire on me. Like I'll say something, then it will not work. Then I don't want that to happen. So technically, if I'm on move topology brush and I'm moving this, it will not see. It is actually like that. If I'm on move topology brush and I'm moving this thing, this is a separate mesh. Like that mesh is not merged, or yes, not merged with the other mesh. So that's the reason I can move it absolutely freely, separately. It is not, the move brush is not affecting the other meshes which are present over there. But if I try to do the exact same thing with my normal move brush instead of move topological brush, now Okay, it is also affecting the same thing. Why is it like that? Okay, let me just make the radius big. Now if the radius is big, this radius is affecting all those three meshes which is falling under this radius. But if I use the move topological brush, it won't. See, now it is very clear. So this is the reason we have this move brush and move topological brush separately. In move brush, the radius of the brush, all those meshes which are coming under this radius of the brush are getting affected. But when I am using the move topological brush, we are only affecting the first mesh which is clicking. So, and the rest of the meshes which are falling under the same radius of this brush, but those won't be those are not getting affected by this what you call move topological, or our movement. So that is the difference, basic difference. So now you know why we keep those brushes separately. Now let me continue with making those stitches more organic and more like real stitches, and the shape should vary from shape to shape, and I also have to make sure that it is similar to this side. And it's okay though, there's no hardcore rule that it have to be absolutely exact copy in both the sides. Imperfections are something that we should value in a artwork, even in a human being. And for the last bit, I think it is fine for now. Let me just put it this way. Because we actually have to fix everything after. While polishing, we have to fix this kind of errors which we are living right now. Right now is still in a early stage for this shoe, so that is okay for now. But at the very end, we have to fix all those things. Now let me continue doing the exact same thing on this top part as well. I will elongate them and just reduce its width from time to time, and try to not make them absolutely straight. That's the fun part about organic modeling. You can be flowy and experiment with a lot of stylized or different kind of brush strokes to see, and everything will ultimately give you a certain kind of result which is actually acceptable in organic modeling. See, now I have it with me and it is done. Now I will subdivide it one time, maybe two time, and I will smooth out. Now we have it, and let me also feel the color for it. And now if I switch, see, we started from something, now we have made some progress. And now if I unhide my pant, let's see, we have progress, right? But now I'm not liking this part. I think this is much better. What should we do? We can, but yep, I will actually redo that part again. If you don't feel like, if you don't feel that, if you feel something is not right, then that is actually the case. That thing is not right. Gut feeling काफी important होता है. So I am again going to select this mesh, and I will basically isolate it, and I will come to the lowest subdivision. For me, this is the lowest subdivision, and I will start removing it. I don't like this. Okay. This is the main reason why you don't like, why I don't prefer shortcuts. I thought I will get away with stitch basic brush and like a preset brush, not follow the exact process like taking a different mesh through IMM brush and actually start create a proper stitch brush that will add separate stitches onto the mesh. I thought of avoiding that, and see, now again I actually finally had to do that, and now I am undoing my previous work. तो पहले ही अगर मैं इसको नहीं करता तो मेरे को एक्स्ट्रा स्टेप तो नहीं करना पड़ता, बट दैट्स ओके. एंड आई हैव नोटिस दिस, लाइक जब भी मैं ये कोई शॉर्टकट से कुछ स्टिच, स्पेशली फॉर द स्टिच पार्ट, जब भी मैं स्टिच को शॉर्टकट से करने का कोशिश करता हूँ, अल्टीमेटली आई एंड अप क्रिएटिंग इट विथ अ मैनुअल एंड लेंदी प्रोसेस. बट शॉर्टकट का ट्राई करने के चक्कर में मेरा एक काम को दो बार करना पड़ता है. दैट इज़ लाइक फॉर श्योर, करना ही पड़ता है. Okay, now that I have removed it, let me check if it is the highest subdivision. Okay, this is, I am removing it from every subdivision. See, as I am going up one subdivision at a time, मुझे वो डिटेल्स थोड़ा थोड़ा दिख रहा है, and I am removing it from every subdivision. Let me check if this is the highest one. This is the highest subdivision, तो इसके ऊपर अगर subdivision नहीं है तो after removing this we are actually done. Let me sort out this thing. Yeah, this is quite clean. I will continue. I will make another stitch line just right beside it. But I'm a bit tired. I will take 2 minutes break. I'll just, not a 2 minutes, I will take a 5 minutes break. Usually when streamers take break, they play an loopable animation which shows something that they are on a break and it's a break. But I have not prepared any of those. So okay, I will just leave the Zbrush as it is, and it will start its own, what do you call that thing, time. It will start its own slideshow. So I'm gonna take a 2 minutes break, and hopefully it will re-energize me and I can start working again with a better flow. Okay, I am back again. Let me again put on my gloves. Now let me continue with this. I will select this mesh. Ah, I'm fumbling a lot, and this part is not actually that straight. Let me use my pinch brush to make the part a bit straight. So the best result will come if I use something like if I retopo this part, that will be the best result. But for now, I will make the part sharp, and all those things will be done during the retopology process. But for now, I'm keeping that as a placeholder. And after the retopology, also I can add few high frequency details. Like after the retopology, I'll bring back the mesh into Zbrush to create those details. Right now, let me just straighten this up. By the way, I don't know why I am not feeling that energy. Maybe it is because of that music. Let me change that music first. It is putting me into a sleep mode. I need some high energy music for this. Let me search something. These musics are also non-copyright. Okay, but it's too loud. Let me reduce the volume a little. I think it is fine for now. There's the music which I can hear properly, and it can prevent me from falling asleep. Now let me continue with the sculpt. I will select this mesh, and yes, I am on the right mesh. And I will again take my IMM brush, which, sorry, let me redo that process. I will take my IMM brush, which is this one, IMM primitive. I was using the capsule. I'll keep using the same. I now gonna take I think I have the curve enabled. Let me check once. Yes, I have the curve. Everything is just fine. Let me check the size of it. No, I have to reduce the size a little bit. Maybe like this much is fine. Let me also increase a little bit. Yes, I think we're in the right direction. And those elongation thing I will do afterwards. That is, like, of course you know by now. And up till here it is fine. No, it is not fine. Let me do one thing. I will select outside, and this is done. I will select outside and separate that mesh. Now let me separate that mesh. I have a group split, and that mesh is separate right now. I will continue from here, and I will create continue the stitch, but that is not the same. Like, that mesh is gonna be separate from this one. And I think again I'll repeat that process. I will click outside, I will remove the mask, I will do a group split, and that will separate that mesh as well. Now I will hide my pant. I really don't need it. It is just blocking my view. Now again I'll select this mesh, and let me continue with this. And yep, I have something. Let me click outside, let me clear the mask, and I will do a group split. And done. Now I have to do the exact same thing, but for the opposite side of it. And let me just draw one part. I think it is a bit. Let me turn on the dynamic mode. We are good till here. Let me click outside. Let me drag it and split. Now I'll continue that. We have something nice done. Again, separate it is group split option. Now again I will continue for this part. And okay, there was a this line needs to be straight, though it's okay if it is not absolutely straight, and I will separate this part as well. Now I have these subtools separately. If you check, if I let me turn this on, I select this this one and this one. Now I'm gonna merge them together. I'll select my merge option. I will merge down. Okay, now we have those merged together. I will again hit that option. Now I have this part as a separate as a whole sub. Now I will repeat that process for the second part. This is my lower part. Let me just merge that down. Now we have this total thing as a single subtool. Now I will merge down, and now we have this as a separate subtool. Now we have this. No, this is a tie. That is not this. And where is that part? Okay, I was selecting a wrong subtool. Okay, now we okay. Now this is a single subtool, this side completely, and this is a single subtool. It's a basically it's the same thing, just I made them separately. Now if I want to, I can do one thing. I can come to my what call that thing, polygroup. There should be an option called polygroup right here. There we go, polygroup. Now if we select auto group, now you can see all those individual stitches are into their separate polygroups right now, and now we can actually split by group, and then we can get all those individual stitches as a separate subtool. We really don't need that, so not to worry. Let me take my move topology brush and start to give them a bit of handmade organic feel, and I really don't need that polygroup visibility at this moment. Let me also take this color from here, and now if I check my subtool, yes, let me fill this. It is done. Let me do the exact same thing, but for this subtool I'll take this, fill the object. Now it is done. Now I'll select this back again, and we already have a move topological brush. Now we can continue. Okay, I have to reduce the size a bit, and for that we really have to turn off the dynamic feature of that brush, and we will continue from here. Let me give it that organic feel, the signature feel of a stitching, how it should be. And it's okay if it is not same for every single one of them. There should be variation. That is the main reason why we are doing it manually and individually for every single one of them. I will speed up a little, that is like necessary. Speed up, 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 speed up. Cool. But we have to do a lot of more things into it, like let me finish this, then I will start doing that, and as I start doing, you can actually understand of what I'm about to do. There's no point of saying that right now. Like, instead of saying it, I will just show it. Okay, yeah, we came a long way. I was talking, I was doing streaming, and within 2 hours we had two crashes. In like, we lost off two times and we had to redo it. Still, within 2 hours we came this far. So as you can see right now, I am actually trying to do this thing a little faster, and you can see it really don't take that long to get things done. Now if I start this, it will have to of course put them inside. I'll make them a little bigger, elongated, and should have this organic touch to it. And let me also do this. Let me also increase the size of the brush, and here we go. Great. Okay. हाँ, so previously जब मैं टायर्ड फील कर रहा था, उसका वजह म्यूजिक था. Now I'm not feeling tired. I have a high beat music as a background, so it is preventing me from feeling tired. Audio is such a powerful medium. So I noticed that I have this part pointing upwards, which should not be the case. So I'm putting it back inside. Great. Now I'm done with this side. Let me switch to this side. Let me check if I'm on the same subtool, which I am. And okay, I don't have any new comments. That's okay. I will continue my work. And also I have to check one more thing. I have to check my Discord, as usually Shumit comes to Discord during this time. Let me save it once and check my Discord if anyone is there. Okay, my voice is turned off in Discord. I have turned that on. Hello Shumit. If you come to Discord, just say something, I can hear you. So that was for my Discord. I just kept that on. I will continue. Okay. I'm making it a bit imperfect. That is all right. Come to this side. Let me check if it is pointing out. If it is pointing out, then I have to put it back inside. A stitch should not point outside like that. It is fine, I guess. Perfect. Put it inside. This part also should be inside. Perfect. Let me bring that outside, make it narrow over like this. Great, great, not bad. Let me check this one. Let me narrow this down. Okay, so we have it. Now I will subdivide it 2 times, and maybe one, no, 2 times is fine. Now I'll take my smooth brush and start smoothing it out, and that will actually shrink it a bit, which is exactly what we need. Okay, I forgot, I actually have to elongate this part. I just forgot about that thing. Let me fix that for you. Do you have any new comments? No, we don't have any new one. We don't have any new viewer as well. That is all right. Let me elongate it, elongate it, elongate it, elongate it. You can see that it is not perfect, but okay. Let me put it back inside. That is great. Let me do the rest. Is it taking very long? I'm not sure. I don't want people to get bored, but this is kind of a repetitive task which you have to go through if you need that organic feeling to it. But that is perfect for now. Now let me smooth that for you. We smooth that out. Now we have perfect stitch. Good, we came a long way. Let me bring that pant back. Not bad, not bad. Now we have to make holes. That's gonna be our task for us, but let me first do one thing. If I show you the reference, so this is the reference. I'm keeping it in separate screen as I need space to view my model from all angle, and keeping the reference on the same screen prevents that. See, I can notice in every reference also there is an extra padding on the front portion, and in this reference also it is there. We can also find that in this reference. No, in this reference it is completely different, but I am not going in that direction. I would love to follow this one, but here the image quality is really low, and due to reflection we cannot really I see the reference properly. So I'm gonna use this photo as a ref and start my start creating exact same effect in this region as well. So let me go and let me see, why do we have such kind of a okay, so that is due to the material. Maybe if I switch the material to something else, for example, let me suppose go to leather. Yeah, there is a leather material. Let me, though that is a red sheet material, that doesn't work properly. Okay, see, now that I am in a leather material, that reflection is gone and there's very little distraction for in this stage. So let me just, yep, I am like it. Not bad, not bad. Now let us select this one. Let me check, do we have any, how much subdivision do we have? We have enough subdivision to continue working. Let me draw a mask which is in this kind of a shape. Then we can the mask extract the mesh from that mask. Okay. Now let me select this is already selected, and of course before proceeding I will save my scene. I don't want any mess up right now. You have already lost 2 work progress due to the brush crash. I don't want to lose anything at this stage. I have the mask. Now I have the option to either keep it only this much or I can also extend it. Not sure. Let me just fill up this region first, then I'll decide what I'm gonna do with it. Not to worry. Even if we keep it like this, how's that looking? No, maybe I should extend it a little bit more, a tad bit more. This much maybe is okay. Yeah, why not? But let me add a twist to it. Let me just make it something like this. It will have a little bit of, what do you call that, sci angular kind of feel to it. It's looking cool for now. Not that bad, not that bad. Let me draw this mask over here, and now I will continue this shit. Is this music copyright free? It's supposed to be. I don't want any copyright strike on my stream. Yeah, it says it's copyright free, so it's okay. But I will still switch. If I choose to make it a smooth curve like shape, then yeah, I think this is better. And let me do the same for this part as well, and I think we are very close to it. Yep. But now we have a problem. If I just save it first, after saving, if I just isolate it, then we can clearly see that we have masked the lower portion as well, and we need to fix that. So let me activate the backface masking for the mask brush, and I will try to fix it manually. It is not that big of a deal, as that part will be underneath this surface. Still, it's okay if you do some mesh up, what do you call that thing, mess up. Yeah, if you mess up something unintentionally, then it is fine, but doing mess up intentionally is not the right thing to do for your own personal projects. You are the decision maker, you don't have any deadline, you are basically enjoying your work. So I will fix it for now. Let me also just do this thing for this part, and I think we have a clean line now. I think we have a clean line. Yep, we have a clean line. Now I can also do one thing. I can sharpen my mask, and that will. I'm really not worried about those jaggedy edges. I will simply isolate it or unisolate it and go for the extraction. Let me open the extract option. I think we have the size already predetermined, and let me check from this angle. Is that much is fine? I will accept it. Now I can smooth it like this, but I would like to keep it that way. Now let me pick up this color once more and I isolate this. Okay, fine. Now I'll fill this object with that color and we are done. Good to go. Now I have some issues with this part, like the edge is uneven, and to fix that we can either use our pinch brush, but I think for now I will use another process which is not that difficult. I will open my geometry option and of course save it first, and now let me simply remesh the subtool and I save here. Now if I remesh this, and it will actually fix itself, like those edges will be fixed, hopefully. Okay, it did not fix those edges. It remained the same. Okay, that's okay. We can still create half and start this process again. I'm pretty much sure it will eventually fix itself. Let me turn this on. Let me remesh that once more. You can see I'm going down. Okay, there's an error. That's weird. It should not give any errors. Okay, let me just check. Okay, it is fixed for like almost fixed. Now rest of the thing we can use this move brush and tap slightly onto those problematic parts, and now I think we are good to go. We Now if I subdivide this mesh just one okay, I subdivided it 3 times. Now you can see how smooth the edge line we got. So it is not perfectly hard shape, but that's okay. If I open my reference, we have something like this, so it's okay. But then now what should I do? Now let me yes, let me add the dent in this region. Okay, why is it showing like that? Okay, the reason for that is let me feel the object. Do it. Let me select this. Let me feel the let me see let me go to color and feel the object. Now if I increase it, that is, and that coloration I kept intentionally. It will just give me a visual clue that is a separate part, which is something nice. I'll do the same for this panel as well, and let me feel it. Great. Is it what I need? I'm not sure yet. Let me just darken this a little bit. No, we are getting close to black. Now let me feel this. Okay, this is better. Let me do the same for this one as well. And maybe for this part, I will click here. I might just change the hue a little, but the value should remain same. And let me check if I'm on the same right subtool. Yes, I'm on the right subtool. But if I feel the object, then that part will go away, and I think that is okay if we don't cannot in that bad situation, right? No, this color is not looking good. Let me switch this to this color only. I think I should change the material for now, but this is way too dark for our taste. Skin shader, yes, let me keep it to skin shader for now. It will, these reflections are okay, but only there is a kind of anisotropic kind of feel to this, like it reflections are coming and merging to it. It's giving a feeling like there is a dent here, but actually there are no dents. And let me do this for the lower part as well. And let me pick this color. And for the lower part I will do this. Cool, I like this. Now one more thing which I would love to do, I want to select ये वाला glove select कर लिया. Let me check, yes, I'm on the right gloves, and let me just dark color to it. So value को थोड़ा और कम कर दूँ. No, that is way too much dark. उतना dark भी नहीं करना है. But if I make it something like this, let me check. Yep, I will feel this with that color. Now I'll just make this white as it was previously. And now just to, no, I am not liking it. I will make it even darker. This dark is fine. I'm on the same subtool, right? Yes, I'll fill the object. Now I'll bring the color up. Cool, we have something interesting going on here. Those are actually leather gloves, so it should give a feeling of leather gloves. Well, it's already 2 a.m. in the morning. No wonder I don't have any views. Let me see now. Yeah, I will now select this part. Yep. Now I'm gonna add teeny tiny indentation, if that is the right term to use. I'll use teeny tiny indentations on those part, and let me check. No one is here for now. Let me take my clay build up brush. I can do that with the help of this. Well, I don't need any fancy brush for doing this simple thing. Yes, let me hide the pant. It is blocking my view. Yeah, that is gone for good. We can always bring that back whenever we want to, and I'm just getting a feel of it, like we are working on 4.130 million points. The total number of points are that. So obviously the ZBrush is giving me hints that there are some load on this. Let me increase. Do we have enough subdivisions? Yeah, we do. But I think for this much small details we have to go even further. I'm on 9 million even now. ZBrush is gonna, we have to be very careful. The total polygon, the total point counts we have is like 71.294 million, so that's quite a number. ZBrush can handle this, but there is a risk that it can crash. But risk hai to ishq hai. Keep going. Let me see it from a distance. How is that is coming along? And one more thing, I feel like if I change the background color, which I had actually done previously, but unfortunately ZBrush crashed and we lost that file. So let me do that once again. I will simply, okay, let the file be saved first. The file is saved. Now let me change the background to something contrasty, brown. So we know that brown falls under this thing, so this is opposite to it. Let me, the color should be a bit contrasty. Let me check. I can also keep it somewhere in magenta tone as well. Let me just put in magenta, and I'm just trying out. I'm not sure how the background gonna look. How does this, how it is looking? Let me check. Yeah, I think like previously the background color and the shoes were same, and that was the shoes are blending in quite a bit, and now I think we are in a sweet spot. But the saturation for that background color is way too much. Let me try to reduce that a little. Files are taking way too long to save them. Yeah, and now I think the background won't be that distracting. Okay, it's interesting background. I can alter it a little bit more. Maybe no, that is not correct. Let me change this. Let me check the color. I think this is cool. Let me turn on the floor and also the perspective. Okay, this is quite cool. I am liking the feel of it. I am really enjoying the feel of it. We need to change things from time to time. If you feel like things are getting monotonous, then change the background or anything. It will give you a fresh perspective. But it's already 2 in the morning, like 2 a.m. Basically not the morning, night. I also have other work to do, like I have to create some work for my friend, which is very personal work, so I cannot really do that in a live stream. Maybe after finishing this stitch effect for this part only, I'll finish the stream, as it's already way too much late. No one is technically watching us. Now, after making those, you have to smooth it from time to time. That is very important. It is creating a perfect shape for me. If you feel like it is overpowering, then you can just smooth it. And though we also have to do other stuff as well, like we might use the damn standard brush to do things like this. This will this kind of things needs to be done for the entire page. Then only we can get something out of it. See, this is my problem. I was working with damn standard. I was no, sorry. I was working with clay build. I was doing a different thing. Then again, I switched from doing that to doing this. I I need to, and but ultimately मुझे ये भी था, so that is all right for now maybe. Anyway, I'm liking it. Let me also just do this for this part. Not bad. Okay, great. Okay. Let me save this and I'm really feeling a bit tired. So maybe I will take another 2 minutes of 2 to 4 minutes of break, but I need to complete this shoe. I've saved it. That is fine. So now I'll be back. Let me just turn off the uh, I should not show my tiredness on screen. I'm actually very tired today. It's okay. Let me just take a quick 5 minutes break. I'll just take a power nap. Then I'll be back. Let me just turn off my camera and my mic, and I will be back. Okay, so I'm back again. Let me resume my work. Okay, not bad. Let me continue. You know what? I'm actually feeling a bit tired. So if I continue working on these kind of fine details, then I won't be able to continue working for very long. So let me do something which will not be that exhausting for me, like creating these kind of stitches which I was doing previously. For that part I need stitches in this area as well. So let me do this one. The size of the stitch needs to be reduced. Now it's way too thin. Maybe I'll do something different. I will take my damn standard and first I will make a placeholder. Like there should be an indent into it. So let me check. Do I have my lazy mouse? Yes, I do have. Now let me. Okay, so I am working on a separate part. Okay, I have to check this separate. Okay, now I will actually make a placeholder for those stitches which are gonna be placed here. So uh, I'm making the placeholder first, then I will add those stitches, and it should technically be very much realistic. Like when you're stitching something, it should have those, what do you call that, like it should stick to that, like the surface will go down a little, right? That is what I'm doing at first, then I will add those stitches. And I think that is something we can go for right now. And let me as well make the size a little bigger. Let me just draw it. I don't have to make it absolute perfect. Stitches are not perfect. The style which I'm going for is handmade shoe. Handmade shoe ke liye we really don't have to make things absolutely symmetrical and absolutely straight. हैंडमेड चीज़ें कहाँ स्ट्रेट होते हैं भाई. This is cool. Let me also do the same, continue doing the same in this side as well. But due to the material, I am like unable to see this side properly. I can also change the lighting, but that's okay for now. I don't have to make it that accurate. So let us continue. And I think that's it. Stitches का placeholder हम लोगों ने बना लिया. We have the placeholder for the stitches. Now let me add those stitches as well. And now that I have added this extra padding, now you can see sole जो है, I have to extend the sole a little bit more. Let me do that for right now. Isolating it, I will just simply scale this in x-axis and z-axis a little. Then you can see it is coming out, and we have that exact feeling which you want. But then again we have to maybe push this part a little further. Let me also do that. And just pushing it further and further. Now smooth out the region, and of course don't have to be that precise. It's a leather shoe, it will have surface imperfections. And right now what we are looking for is Okay, okay, let me increase the brush size and then adjust the remaining. Not bad. What we have here is something which is good for the early stages of sculpting. This is basically the issue when you are working on a project and you decide to have some more detailing on it. Then usually it takes a little longer to add those details, but we are in a sweet spot right now. Let me take my trim brush and just make this part a little flat, just for those light reflections. I think this part is flat, quite flat, but due to the material, the kind of material we are using right now for the preview is causing those reflections. uh, we can now start with our, not this, this brush. Let me check the size if it is all right. Okay, okay, again sorry, we have to select this one and let me check the size. Is it all right? No, it's way too big for our niche. Let me redo that. What do you think about the size? Well, I think that uh, i I think I will change the spacing a little. spacing spacing थोड़ा सा और close चाहिए मुझे, not that close of course. Let me check. Yeah, this is something which I can go for. No, I will increase it a little bit more as I'm gonna elongate those mesh after I'm done with it. Let me now reduce the size a little and let me draw it. See, we have it. That is perfect. Let me continue this. I'll continue this on the other side as well. I'll keep going, keep going. I have to keep going. Nope, it is coming outside. I think I should use that a bit. We have something that we are happy with this. I'm happy with this, but again, not this part. It is visible. Okay, so I'm seeing an issue. So let me just separate this mesh, and I will continue on a separate. I'll make this part separately, then join them together. This will not cause any noticeable issue. Okay, I am away from my mic. I have a feeling of it. Let me see how we are doing right now, and I think we are doing great. Let me now continue. Okay, we have it. Now separate this part as well. Let me separate this. We have this as a separate subtool. Now let me see this. Let me enable my mesh. Okay, this one, and we have this one. Now we can easily merge them together. That is through this merge option. We just merge down, and we have it. Great. Now we have to feel the object, and we have to feel the subtool with that color. So I will select this one now. Let me go to color and fill. So we have the fill. Not bad. We have something to work with here. Now instead of going into further detailing, which I think I am not capable of right now, I will probably start to, what do you think I should do right now? Okay, let me create those holes in this region. To create holes in this particular region, so let me go into solo mode. That is very important. And for creating holes, technically you need the IMM brush. For that, there is a way I have picked up from one of my Skillshare classes. Basically, I learned Zbrush from Skillshare and Udemy. That was way back. There is a thing you can do, that is, you have to disable the curve first. You cannot work with curve mode on if you are planning to do that thing. And this thing cannot have subdivision. This is also a issue right now. Okay, for that process we have to remove the subdivision. I'm deleting the subdivision. Now let me check. Yes, I can actually work with it. Okay, now what the thing which I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna hold alt. Now I'm gonna insert a mesh. Now what this does is, basically it will create a mesh over here whose surface is basically inverted. Like normal, inverted normal है इसका, normal जो है inverted है. Now I can technically make alter the shape however I want to. And now as this is done, now is it penetrating this region as well? Yes, it is. So let me just make sure it does properly. Now that we have that penetration, now let me just, basically we have to maybe we have to unmask this region first. Yes, unmask it. Then if I just dynamesh my entire thing, it will create a hole in that region. Just hit dynamesh. Okay, what should technically create a hole in the region, but it is not happening. That was the thing I used to do. It should create a hole right now, but for some weird reason it does not. Okay. I was inverted, right? Yes, I was inverted, in inverted position. Technically should. Why am I getting this error? It should technically make a hole in this part right now. Okay. I think I did a mistake. I need to fix it first. I think I have to put into Dynamesh from the beginning. Let me just put it into Dynamesh from the very beginning. It is in Dynamesh, and let me check. It is in Dynamesh. If I just smooth the part a little, and if I alter it, yes, it is in Dynamesh. Now if I take my insert mesh brush, I think I should inflate it a little bit. No, maybe it is fine. Okay, it's fine for now. Now if I take IMM brush and hold Alt and draw a, what do you call, a new mesh onto it. And let me also come out of my solo mode, and now if I just elongate it and also just do kind of a proper placement of this, it is going in a proper direction. Now I have inserted that mesh, and now if I dynamesh it once more, yes, yes, now we have the hole. See that, that's the process. You just have to keep that mesh in dynamesh mode from the very beginning. Okay, we have the hole. Now I have to repeat this process on both sides and upward as well. Like I have to continue, I have to keep making holes in this region, and I have to repeat that process in this part as well. Okay, that is a big thing. Okay, we can, like, I have made it up till now. Hmm. Let me increase the dynamic resolution a little. I need a little bit more resolution, though I can't push it any further, but still, yeah, we have a little bit more resolution to it. And I see a lot of issues in here. I see a lot of issues, so I have to fix them. For that, I will inflate it a little. Let me inflate it a bit. Let me inflate it. Where is the inflate option? Yeah, let me inflate. Okay, that is way too much. That is way too much. But no, 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 that is way too much. I will just maybe uh, make it point 2. Yeah, point 2 is fine. We are not losing those stitches. Now if I dynamish it, yeah, it is giving a decent output, but still we are losing a lot of details. I'm not sure why. Okay, I can do one thing. I don't want these details to fade away so easily. Then let me hit Dynamesh once more. If I hit Dynamesh, okay, if I keep hitting Dynamesh, I will keep losing the details. Okay, but I can prevent that if I decrease the Dynamesh resolution. So that can be done. I can prevent that from it is still happening. Okay, so I don't have any other choice but to manually put some volume in this region so that it don't collapse onto itself. Nothing to do here except manual work. I'm putting this part. See, now if I do this, it is not going away. I'm putting this as a safety measure. I don't want to lose. I don't want the vertices to collapse onto itself. So, and it's okay if I getting this kind of result. It's okay. We eventually going to use Z-Remesher to fix everything up after we're done with this. But right now, as I will apply Dynamesh option on this maybe 10 to 12 times more. So I don't want that I lose all those meshes in doing so. That's why I'm keeping them like this. And yeah, I do have something to work, and I'm really happy with this side. This side is showing quite a bit of improved result. Maybe I should have actually, while extracting it, I should have make the mesh a little thick, but now I cannot go back and repeat that process, so for now it is okay. Of course, I'll save it. Saving is important. And let me add another hole, and we will okay, we have already streamed for 31 sorry 3 hours 31 minutes. So probably after making another hole, I will end the stream, and I have some other work to finish. After that, I'll probably start. I'll return to it in tomorrow's stream, but for now, maybe I should end this stream. Got it. Let me check the downside as well, and if I just hit damage. Okay. Some issue again. Some issue. Why am I facing this issue from time to time? We are on Dynamesh already. Now, if I just Dynamesh it once more, we have something to work on. That is perfect. Losing details. Okay, I cannot really help it right now. We'll fix that afterwards. Let me just take this brush and I will invert it. I will place it properly. Okay, I will place it properly. I have to increase the height by a lot, then decrease the overall scale, and again work on the placement. Bring it down, make it a bit thicker like this. Now let me do the dynamic thing. Yes, I have the hole, but maybe I just made it a little bit more wide. Let me just I have to make it a bit narrow. Let me compare it. I think yeah, it is acceptable. Yep, we have two holes right now, but in doing so I am losing quite a bit of details from this region. Yeah, but I don't have any other option right now. I have to make those holes. But I can always return here uh, after I'm done with this hole. Let me save this again, and I will keep a backup as well. Okay, I'll keep a okay. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream today right now. Oh, we have made some major progress here. We have worked on the shoes, we have added those stitches, we are making the holes, and it is fine. We are in a right spot for now. In tomorrow's stream, probably I will do tomorrow's stream in the morning, as tomorrow is Lodi, it's holiday. So probably I'll do tomorrow's stream in the morning itself, like around 11 a.m. or 12 a.m. Then I will continue making those holes, then refining the shoe even further. Then after the shoe is done, then we are left with what is that? We have to only take care of the overall refinement. Like I will maybe refine the shirt a little, give a final to the shirt, maybe take out, reduce some wrinkles from the front area, which is like now I'm feeling like there are way too many wrinkles. And then we probably add tweak some hairstyle a little bit, and we'll be done. So the high poly version of this sculpt will be done by tomorrow. So hopefully I will get some audience to view my bullshit what I'm doing. And for now, I don't know in which time zone you're watching it. So in India it's night. So I'm gonna say good night. I hope you're you do well in your life, and keep working hard, keep grinding. Someday you will make it. So, bye.